hit him with that last shot.
Yeah, when I hit them, they don't get up.
Well, all right, finish him off. Come on. I told you to finish him. We'll need dogs to flush him out of there. Hey, don't get up, huh? All right, back and report the cap.
I'll do the report. Prisoner's dead.
Supposed to bring in his body.
Yeah. This'll do. Captain ain't hankering to be burying any more rebels under the prison yard. No more room. Oh, don't worry, him bleeding the way he is, he ain't going nowhere. They know.
From out of the West, Dick Powell's Zane Grey Theater. Tonight's star, Ann Baxter.
Thanks, Doc. Well, nothing. He's got the coldest stethoscope in town. When sickness occurred on the old frontier, the usual practice was to just sit around and wait and see what would happen. And ordinarily had two chances, little and none. Of course, they had home remedies by the dozens, but they were about as effective as a paper umbrella in a hailstorm. One of the most common reasons for illness in the old frontier was the steady diet of beef and pork without enough fresh vegetables. Sure to give you scurvy. In March 1862, in an army camp in Missouri, 2,042 soldiers came down with scurvy. The camp consisted of 2,043 soldiers. Who didn't get it? You're way ahead of me. It was a vegetarian. In 1849, there was an epidemic of Asiatic cholera in the West. It came by boat to New Orleans, but quickly spread up through the Mississippi River. The symptoms were cold chills and high fever. Killed 18,000 people. The frightened settlers, in an attempt to keep the disease from spreading, barricaded themselves and wouldn't let anybody inside. One old rancher hung this sign on his gate. Take my horses, take my gold. Ain't no charge, so don't leave your cold. Our story this week deals with a sick period in our history, the Civil War. Our star and...
Crows are circling in the hills. Must be an animal down. The well's getting lower every day. Seems like I can't remember the sound of rain. You know, don't you? Well, I wasn't certain myself till after Jared left yesterday. I still can't quite believe it. Did you feel all giddy and solemn when you knew you were carrying your first child? Were you frightened? Oh, Jared's due to be home in a minute.
like this drought will never let up.
Supper's near ready, Jerry.
I'll have supper in town.
You going out again? Oh, what's wrong?
There's talk of a rebel surrender.
Thank God. An end to killing and dying in chains.
You went out to that prison camp again after I forbid it?
No.
There's cholera there now. More dying every day. Oh, save your pity. We'll need it now.
What happened?
I told you the war's ended. Don't you know what that means? You know, I put every dollar I could scrape together into wool goods. But with the war ending, there'll be no more need for uniforms. I'll lose every cent. Well, go on, say it. You warned me. I wouldn't listen.
Can't anything be saved?
Yeah, there's a chance. If I could just get my hands on some more money, enough to ship my goods west ahead of the others.
More money? That's impossible.
It's not impossible. Oh, I'd only be borrowing it. I could pay it back in 60 days, maybe sooner.
That's what you told yourself when you first started.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Most of the money you used came from prison camp funds, didn't it?
All right. I took my share. Why not? Compared to what the others got, it was nothing. I do the best I can with what money I'm given.
There's talk of starvation in the camp, Jared.
Listen, what I took, a little at a time, wouldn't have kept the prison rats alive.
I'll always try to believe that, Jared.
I'm going to town. Maybe I can save something if I work fast enough. At least a part of what I took.
Could you put it back without anyone knowing?
Yes. But there won't be anything left. For us.
There are other compensations. You're taking the money?
No, I'll bank it.
It'll be dark when you get to town. The bank will be closed.
Well, I can't leave you here alone with all this money. I won't be back till tomorrow.
I wouldn't be afraid.
You sure?
Yes.
I suppose I could hide it here somewhere. Still don't like the idea of leaving you alone with this.
I've been along before. I'll be all right.
Maybe it's for the best. Carrying all this money, somebody might get ideas. I don't know whether I'm coming back with good news for you, but I'm going to try.
Have you got a plan, Jared? Is there someone you can go to?
I'm going to sell our goods to the highest bidder. We'll take a loss. Big one, too. But that's the way you want it, and the only way I can pay back anything. I'll leave this. Listen. Now, when I leave, you bolt that door. Don't go out, and don't let anybody in till I get back. Now, promise me.
I promise. And when you get home, we'll talk.
Anything special?
Oh, when you get home. I see the lights of the village gleam through the rain and the mist, and a feeling of sadness comes over me that my soul cannot resist. Is something wrong? Oh, there's a draft from that door. Move your chair. Your hand's cold. You're afraid. are you?
Let me in.
Go away.
Water.
There's water at the well. Who are you?
Private Del Gray, 10th Virginia Rifles. At your service, ma'am.
From the prison camp.
Oh.
You're hurt.
Yes, ma'am. It's getting cold, ma'am. Wind's rising.
You'll find shelter in the barn. Soldier? Soldier! If he's carrying cholera. No, I can't let him in. I promised Jared. How do I know he's even hurt? Maybe he followed Jared here for the money. He's hurt. He'll die out there in the cold. And alone. The bullet's out. I'll have to cauterize the wound. Here, you tell me when you're ready.
Quick. You do that well.
Won't be able to walk far on this.
I made it to here.
How foolish of you. They'll only take you back to camp again.
No, ma'am.
You can't stay here. My husband...
Your husband headed for town. He won't risk returning in a dust storm after dark. Your husband's purchasing agent.
Yes, he's gone a great deal.
That's why you keep the dog bolted.
He thought it would make me feel safer.
Purchasing agents sometimes carry a great deal of money.
Sometimes.
In fact, your husband passed me on the road. His saddlebag looked full.
Yes, he was carrying thousands of dollars. That's why he rode straight into town to bank it.
He's a careful man. About his money, anyway.
I'm not afraid. I've got a gun.
I can't picture you killing, even to defend yourself.
Maybe not to save myself. Or even her. But I'm going to have a child.
Child. Well, when your child gets here, that's if any of us outlast this war. You can spare yourself a lot of teaching. Just tell him there's only one thing worth knowing in this world. Survive. Survive no matter how. That whiskey's made me feel half alive again. I'm hungry. And I don't like the smell of myself.
I'll fix you something. You can clean up in there.
You're standing there like that with the firelight on you. You look...
Your food's ready.
Well, you are beautiful. And yet your husband can leave you alone like this. And you with child.
He doesn't know yet.
Doesn't know. You mean you haven't told him?
There wasn't time.
I see. I helped myself to some of his clothes.
You're welcome to what you need.
You still afraid of me?
Yes, a little.
I was going to kill you.
I know.
You see, I had notion that you were lying. I thought that you had hidden that money somewhere in this room.
You still think so?
Yes?
What are you going to do?
Well, with that money and your husband's horse, I can get away.
You'd have to kill me to get him.
Survival's like that sometimes. It's rarely easy on anybody.
If I gave you money, would you leave before my husband gets back?
I'm wounded. What good's money to me without your husband's horse?
Then you'll have to kill Jared. That wouldn't be nearly so easy.
I'd have the advantage of surprise. You put something in the food.
No, you ate too quickly, that's all.
You're a fool. You should have poisoned me. Now you'll have to shoot me while I sleep. No, don't reject the idea. Consider it carefully. Because it might be your only chance to survive. No matter what happens, I'd like to think that we met in another time, another place. And that you looked at me just the way you did when I walked in just now. Anyone who knows there's money hidden here? There's a horse tied to the well. Now, give me that gun. Give it to me.
How do I know you escaped alone? Maybe your friends followed you here.
I escaped alone. Now, give me that gun.
Put down that poker.
What?
Put it down. Now, you stand over there. You make one sound and I'll kill you.
have wanted that money an awful lot. The only safe way he could get it was to fake a robbery. Who'd ever suspect him of trying to murder his own wife?
Leave everything for the authorities to see. Tell them exactly what happened. Except that after you collapsed, I stole your horse. You can't be helping an escaped rebel.
Where will you go?
We'll just be on their search. Wait for the war to end. I'll be back.
You hit him with that last shot.
Yeah, when I hit them, they don't get up.
Well, all right, finish him off. Good pass. I told you to finish him. We'll need dogs to flush him out of there. Hey, don't get up, huh? All right, back and report the captain.
I'll do the report. Prisoner's dead.
Supposed to bring in his body.
Yeah. This'll do. Captain ain't hankering to be burying any more rebels under the prison yard. No more room. Don't worry, him bleeding the way he is, he ain't going nowhere. They know.
From out of the West, Dick Powell's Zane Theater. Tonight's star, Ann Baxter.
Thanks, Doc. Well, nothing. He's got the coldest stethoscope in town. When sickness occurred on the old frontier, the usual practice was to just sit around and wait and see what would happen. And ordinarily, he had two chances, little and none. Of course, they had home remedies by the dozens, but they were about as effective as a paper umbrella in a hailstorm. One of the most common reasons for illness in the old frontier was the steady diet of beef and pork without enough fresh vegetables.